In a world that moves faster every day with deadlines, distractions, and endless noise, many people ask, is Islam too strict for modern life? Can someone really be religious and still live in today's world? It's a fair question, but the truth might surprise you. Islam doesn't reject modern life, it refines it. Assalamu alaikum, dear viewers, how are you doing today? Welcome to the path of peace. Imagine a young professional living in London or Paris. Every day feels like a race, work, traffic, social media, bills, and barely any time for peace. On weekends, they might go out, try to relax, but still feel empty. Many Muslims in Europe and around the world feel caught between faith and the modern pace of life. They love their religion, but fear that Islam might slow them down, restrict them, or make life harder. But here's the truth. Islam came to bring ease, not hardship. The Quran clearly says in Surah Al-Baqarah, verse 185, Allah intends for you ease, and He does not intend for you hardship. Islam isn't about escaping modern life. It's about living it with balance, purpose, and peace. Let's break this down honestly. Modern life promises comfort, convenience, and connection. Yet people are more stressed, anxious, and lonely than ever. Islam offers a timeless framework that heals exactly those wounds. It gives clarity where the world gives chaos, and peace where society gives pressure. Take the daily prayer, Salah. To some, it might look like a strict schedule interrupting the day. But in reality, Salah structures the day. It gives mental rest every few hours, a pause to breathe, reflect, and reset. Studies today show how mindfulness breaks and spiritual grounding improve focus, emotional health, and productivity. Islam had this balance 1,400 years ago. Then there's fasting in Ramadan. Many see it as a hardship, but psychologists today talk about the benefits of delayed gratification, discipline, and body detox. Fasting trains your soul to control the self, not to be controlled by desires or habits. Islam also addresses one of modern life's biggest struggles, identity. People constantly try to fit in, to be liked, to be enough. Islam removes that pressure. You don't need to impress people, you live for Allah. You don't chase approval, you seek peace through sincerity. That's true freedom. When we talk about modern challenges like stress, burnout, or social comparison, Islam gives solutions, not restrictions. The Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him, said, "Richness is not having many possessions, but true richness is contentment of the soul." Sahih Bukhari. That's what modern society is missing, contentment. The Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, taught a lifestyle of simplicity, balance, and gratitude, principles that directly combat today's overconsumption and mental fatigue. Even technology itself isn't against Islamic values. It depends on how we use it. Islam encouraged learning, advancement, and spreading good. The first word revealed in the Quran was Iqra, read. It's a call to knowledge, discovery, and awareness. Muslims throughout history led in science, medicine, and innovation while holding firm to faith. The problem arises only when technology controls us, not when we use it wisely. Let's be clear, Islam doesn't ask you to reject modernity. It asks you to filter it, to take what benefits your soul and leave what harms it. You can live in a city, work in a modern office, use the latest devices, and still be a devoted Muslim. What Islam asks is that we don't lose our values in the process. For example, modesty isn't outdated, it's dignity. Honesty isn't old-fashioned, it's strength. Prayer isn't a burden, it's protection. Charity isn't loss, it's purification. Every command of Islam carries a wisdom that modern psychology, sociology, and medicine are only beginning to understand. Let's take the issue of peace of mind. The modern world tells you, travel, earn more, upgrade, and you'll find happiness. Islam tells you, remember Allah, and you'll find peace. As Allah says in Surah Ar-Ra'd, verse 28, "Verily, in the remembrance of Allah do hearts find rest." This verse alone answers the crisis of modern life. People aren't missing entertainment. They're missing tranquility. You can live in a luxury apartment, have the latest gadgets, and still feel restless. Because peace doesn't come from possessions. It comes from purpose. And that's exactly what Islam gives: purpose in everything. Islam doesn't separate faith from daily life. It guides how you work, how you speak, how you rest, and how you treat others. It turns every action into worship when done with the right intention. That's the beauty of it. You don't have to leave modern life to live Islamically. You have to bring Islam into modern life. And what about fun or enjoyment? Islam doesn't ban it, it regulates it. The Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him, smiled often, played with children, enjoyed his time with companions, and lived with joy, but never crossed the boundaries that lead to sin. Modern entertainment often crosses those lines, and that's where we lose peace. Islam protects joy by keeping it pure. Many Muslims in Europe struggle with balancing culture, career, and religion. But the key is not to choose one over the other, it's to integrate them. Let Islam be your compass, not your cage. When you live with faith, your heart is grounded even when the world around you spins fast. So no, Islam is not against modern life. It is against meaningless life. It doesn't oppose technology, comfort, or progress. It opposes forgetting Allah while chasing them. Islam gives you a system to live with balance, humility, and peace in any era, whether it's the desert of Arabia or the digital age of Europe. If you feel overwhelmed by modern life, return to the Quran. If you feel lost in stress, remember Allah. If you feel that faith is too hard, remind yourself that Allah never burdens a soul beyond its capacity. Islam was never meant to complicate your life. It was meant to calm it. Subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon to stay updated with more Islamic content. Like, share, and comment to support our work and spread the message.